What's going on, everybody? This is Tek and Vasco. I'm sure you guys are all wondering what the hell this episode is. Well, in an attempt to grind and prepare ourselves for the rest of Chapter 4, Vasco and I sat down and ran through the arena for a good long while. And as is our usual MO, something went horribly wrong. So, we figured we would provide this wonderful audio commentary, which did not go wrong, for your lovely enjoyment. Feel free to not listen to this at all. There is no video component. You will see nothing but this screen, so don't get too excited. If you are interested in listening to us babble for a while, feel free to listen. Please enjoy.
Welcome! Oh, it stopped flashing. I like that one of the letters is burnt out, but I do feel like it should be one of the ones in the middle. Because that's how that usually works, right?
I'm confused. Is it locked?
It doesn't look like it. Well, I mean, it looks like it, but it doesn't look like it because you're here.
Weird.
You want to buy some Bigfoot milk?
I do not.
Okay, great. Welcome to here. Here is the arena. If you've already watched our series, you know what the arena is. If you haven't, it's a level grind place. There's rewards for it, but they take goddamn forever. So, like, really, I would only recommend that if you have nothing but time and, you know, a great appreciation for this game, which would make sense to me, but really quite a lot of time, and I don't want to undersell that.
Here we go.
So, we are here because things didn't go that well.
Nope.
Now, when I say that, hopefully I'm only referring to, like, the first half or so of the previous episode, but by this point, you'll know.
It could be anything. Could be any amount.
Could really just be talking about the whole episode. But yeah, we embarked on Chapter 4, question marks, no profit. So we're here to grind for some levels. Now, Tek is already... You got bored or something, used all of our grenades, and got us up to approximately level 15.
Yeah, Vacheron's a little behind, but other than that, that's where we are.
So do we have a particular goal in mind? What do you think we're...
I mean, I think we should... Our goal is to... what were the levels of the people that we were struggling with? Do you remember?
I want to say, like, 18 or so.
Okay, I think you're right about that. I mean, I think if we can get to level 18, that would be at least a good step. And that's not undoable.
No, that seems plausible. I mean, it depends a little bit on how quickly it takes the enemies here in the arena to accelerate into...
like a level that's hard enough.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't have really any frame of reference for how long that's going to take. Look, we got our first copper coin!
Get coin! I'm gonna...
Does copper coin do literal anything?
It's, like, not worth it.
Because, I mean, it takes, like... Does it take, like, 500 gold coins or maybe, like, 1,000 gold coins to get, like, the good item here? Yeah. And, like, there's not a whole lot else of interest here?
Yeah. Alright, so I think I want it this way. Vacheron's still got a little ways to go.
Vacheron currently having the machine gun?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who are new to the series, I'm going to keep doing briefs on this because I assume some people will have somehow found the HD content and either ignored the SD content, or this is new and they assume it's more relevant. So if you don't know anything about this game, it's obviously super complicated and weird. I'll tell you a fun story about that in a bit. You'll appreciate it. One of the things to do in this game is to help accelerate your character's overall level, which helps certain things like, I believe it increases your health, your weight capacity, which means you can have better guns, and may or may not factor into overall damage. I don't know. Damage calculation in this game is super wonked up.
It's super confusing and complicated.
But you can increase your overall level more quickly by increasing all of your individual weapon skills, which means handgun, which is the gun that deals direct damage, machine gun, which is the gun that deals scratch damage, which deals a larger amount of damage but doesn't actually kill anything, and grenades, which are mostly or exclusively direct damage, but also, like, kind of... They don't scale damage as well, but they sometimes have weird side effects, like doing statuses and things.
Yeah.
The reason that's relevant is because, as you see, Vacheron has a machine gun, which he did not before, and that's because we want to increase his machine gun level to increase his overall level.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty good basic rundown of what's happening. feel free to leave comments in the question, or yes, leave comments in your questions, and maybe I'll answer them. What day is it?
How many times do we have to beat these?
5 to open up the next rank, I believe.
Whoa.
Yep. Oh yeah, so our editor, who is also a fan of this game, and did he actually find us through this game? Probably. I'm not 100% sure of that, but most people who know who we are found us through specifically this game, which, when you think about that, is actually, like, really strange.
Why is that strange?
Just because, like, this is such a specific game, and we are such a specific thing, that for there to be enough confluence of overlap between people being interested in this game and people interested in what we do, like, that just feels very unlikely to me.
Yeah, I hear you.
But so he's a fan of this game, and he let me know something I didn't know until recently, which is that he has the Prima official strategy guide for this game.
God, does he?
He does.
That's amazing.
And so when he was watching some of our previous, or earlier in the Strong Week footage, he was like, hey, the strategy guide says some things about, like, things you're struggling with, and I'm like, like, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but A, we don't learn anything, and B, I don't know why you think that even if you told us something useful, we would retain that information.
What did he tell you?
He gave me a brief rundown of, like, the advice for the start of Chapter 4, which was like, everyone should use, like, fire weapons, or no. Was that the end of Chapter 3? He was talking about Caligula, I think. Mm-hmm. But he was basically like, oh man, like, everyone should use, like, fire ammo because everything's weak to fire. I'm like, literally, I don't know how the fuck to tell anything's elemental weakness other than trying and realizing, oh, that did a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah, right.
Also, we, like, literally never use, like, the ammo case or the ammo box or whatever that's called.
Yeah, that's true. And we beat the game, so I don't think we're missing out on that much.
Well, I mean, you say that, but we very nearly beat the game without using grenades or, like, leveling properly.
Yeah,
so
true.
there's very realistically things we're missing out on.
It was a very exciting time, though, when we discovered that like, grenades increased your levels the way they did.
That was exciting.
We were just, like, having, like, leveling, exploding, like, all the time.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's so hard to keep grenades, like, stocked sufficiently that you would use them regularly, and also they're not very good for most tri-attacks.
Yeah, because like you end up using 1,000,000 of them.
Yeah, use 1,000,000 and you don't get a lot of return on investment for the amount of resources you're spending.
Yeah.
But so, like, because of that, it ends up being that throughout most of the game you can grind relatively quickly by just, like, switching someone to grenades for a short while, just like fighting a couple enemies and like finishing them off.
If you have grenades for a while, you're like, oh, I need to level. Take
yeah,
them out
just
for like a second,
do
and
them.
then everything's great.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, like, maybe there is something to using the ammo case, but here's the problem I have with that, is that, like, this game doesn't have, like, a Pokemon elemental system, and maybe that sounds like an oversimplification, but, like, to look at most enemies, I would have no idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the vaguest idea. I mean, like, even, like, you can read the description of, like, ammo types, and I think even some of the grenades, but I think the grenades are worse about this. And they'll tell you what kinds of enemies that they're good against, but, like, they're still, like, really vague. They'll be, like, machine enemies. And it's like, alright, I mean, like, half the things in this game are, like, probably machines. Like, I'm not even sure. That guy's named Cheap Gunner Machine Gun.
I saw that.
That is his name.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna call you that from now on.
I feel like that's like a hyphenated last name. Like, his name is Cheap, and, you know, his mother kept her maiden name, so Gunner Machine Gun.
Yep.
You having a hard time with the...
The menu system is just, like, it involves one too many little clicks.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Ugh, stop being so far away from each other.
That is really annoying. I imagine it's also intentional.
Also, be higher level, assholes.
I wonder when this actually opens. And I wonder if there's, like, an intended... If like, at a certain point in each chapter you're meant to, like, do a certain number of arena levels or something. Like, I wonder what their intention with this was.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over here and kill this guy for a minute.
I think Zephyr with the handgun is my favorite.
Yeah,
his animations.
Really badass.
I mean, I think all of his animations are superior to all of the other animations, but, like, with the handgun, he's such like a no-care douchebag.
Yeah. Like, if you're running straight at someone, he will just walk.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be running, and then all of a sudden he's walking and, like, just gunning at them.
I have to say, so, like, this is probably going to sound insane, but so, like, I feel like everyone sort of has some, like, ideal thing that they sort of, like, fantasize, like, oh man, like, it'd be so cool if, like, this was the way things were. Like,
Telekinesis?
You're super telekinesis. My superpower of choice is teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
But
the professor would agree with you on that one.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting to know.
Mm-hmm. No, she would call it apparition because Harry Potter.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, level
up.
Hawkeye! Oh, sorry, that was something else. But, like, there are a lot of times when I'm just, like, frustrated, and I think about how cool hero actions are.
Yeah.
And I kind of just wish that was how I moved. Like, it would be so cool to just, like, slide, like, 80 feet and then, like, jump 30 feet into the air, you know? Like, there's just something especially about, like, the sliding. I don't know, I always think of, like, the way the characters, like, slide and are just, like, they continue doing exactly what they were doing without stopping. They're just, like, slide, kill 3 guys, done.
Did you see what I just did there? I managed to, on Vacheron's attack, hit another guy with extra bullets and scratched them both 100%. And then when I attacked with Leanne, one of her shots killed 2 guys at once as well.
I mean, that's possible. There is a weird level of physics to this game that isn't always apparent, where because of, like, nebulous, like, weapon stats such as bullet focus, like, sometimes you hit unintended targets, which can... I'm pretty sure any single bullet from scratch damage full deals 100% scratch damage to what it hits.
Yeah.
So, like, because of that, like, you can just randomly fully scratch something if a bullet goes, like, astray. Which is kind of awesome and completely ridiculous.
Alright. 2-man team. Got some gas.
I'm so sorry for you.
So if I sound a little weird, which I probably don't, I'm the only one noticing the way that I sound.
I hadn't noticed until you pointed it out.
I got new teeth, sort of. I got temporary teeth. See what I mean? Teeth. It's hard to THs.
I mean, it's there, but, like, it's not so pronounced that I would notice. Like, I would either have to be, like, editing the audio for an episode in the way that I edit audio, which is like a fucking crazy person. Or, like, I would just have to, like, talk to you for, like, a really, really long time. And since we never see each other unless we're recording...
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen.
Yep. Killing all the guys.
These guys are called Oil Brownie. Do you want one?
It's called Oil Brownie?
Yep. Do you want one?
Yes.
You want an Oil Brownie?
I mean, all brownies have oil in them.
Yeah, but, like...
Not
if it's called an oil brownie, it really strongly suggests that oil is a more significant ingredient
than you want it to be.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want a greasy brownie? Do you want you want a slime brownie?
I don't want a slime brownie, no. Oh, look.
Oh, yeah, so here's kind of a thing, I think. Oh, it's almost like I knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
So, like... as you progress in the arena, you will eventually find, like, quasi-boss creatures.
Yeah, like dudes that are much higher level than the
ones at the same rank that you're doing your challenges currently.
Right, exactly.
So, like, usually what happens is that each rank sort of has a set, like, number and, like, makeup of enemies. So, for example, like, 2 fat gangsters and 2 cheap machine gunners or something.
Right.
And they'll just sort of, like, the difference in the 10, or is it 11 total? Like, challenges within a rank.
Yeah.
Is that, like, they'll just sort of place them differently, they'll, like, spread them out so it's harder to, like, attack multiple ones in the same turn, stuff like that.
Right.
But then, like, right in the middle of you dealing with, like, 2 fat gangsters and 2 machine gunners, you'll suddenly have, like, Tesla Turtle or something.
Right, exactly. And it's usually bosses you've seen already in the game, right?
I mean, it usually is, but I think that's more by nature of the fact that they sort of scaled them by the appearance in the game.
Right.
So, like, I mean, I think hypothetically you could just sit here and grind the arena literally forever and then see bosses that we haven't done yet.
Yeah,
but, like, it's much harder to do that because it would just take forever to get that kind of experience doing just the arena.
Yeah.
What do you think is on that menu board other than, like, the 100% Bigfoot milk ice cream?
Coca-Cola.
There's, like, at least a dozen items on that menu.
Coca-Cola products.
Like a Coca-Cola sweater?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Coca-Cola product. It's a product produced by Coca-Cola.
Scratch more, asshole.
I'd rather not scratch an asshole if I could avoid that.
What? Why not? You don't love it?
I don't really know. No.
Okay. Well, now we know where your loyalties lie.
I don't know what that means. Do
Yeah,
you know what that means?
You know what it means. You know exactly what it fucking means.
Oh, if that's the case, then it must mean touch your face.
Oh, God, no! Not with your butt fingers.
Hey, I've made my stance clear that I don't want to be doing that. Ergo, it's a reasonable assumption that touch your face.
Oh, you fucker. He did it. Die.
We need a touch your face cam. We need some series that has a touch your face cam. Which is literally just a face cam so that occasionally people will see me touch your face.
I mean, at some point we'll probably figure out how to do it on a live stream, I'm guessing.
We really do need to stream more.
Yeah, we do. Well, we need to have less lives. And problems.
No, we need to have more lives so that when we get killed by something, we still have attempts to do things. I think that's our problem.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. You're right.
I keep getting killed by work, and so that prevents doing other things.
Oh, I really wanted to get like one shot in the bonus shot. He'll kill us all, apparently.
Yeah, but he has the voice of some, like, third-rate, like, late 80s cartoon villain. I will kill you all!
Yeah. Airborne. Yeah. Bonus shot. Oh.
It doesn't... What good would it do?
I don't know, for fun. He's dead.
Literally, did you watch him die just then?
And he turned into like a bag of rags.
Yeah, I would encourage you to back that up like 15 seconds and like watch as like all the inside of his arms disappears and they just flap in the wind like scarves.
Yeah, like ragdoll isn't really the right term because I feel like that would have more mass. Like
yeah, like ragdoll suggests that like just all the things holding you up drop out and you fall like a puppet, sort of.
Yeah.
But like in this case, like you just become like kind of intangible and blow away like a sheet or something. Like it's really bizarre.
Scratch damage full. Oh. Gotta be kidding me.
Why would I be kidding about that? What a strange assumption.
This is all a very serious matter. Don't you understand?
It's kind of funny to me to see like the stats that are visible on your weapons. Oh, I just noticed something for the first time that like boggled my mind.
What's that?
Okay, so look at like Leanne's weapon or Zephyr's weapon.
Uh-huh.
So you see how we have like the 10 and then below that we have 5.
Yeah.
And you see how we have like this weird shape that is like a rectangle that expands out?
Yes.
And you see how that fills up as you shoot people?
It does?
Yes, it does. Shoot this guy.
I will shoot him.
Watch it.
Wait, what?
I mean, it's clear the more damage you're doing. I'm pretty sure that's a gauge for the experience you have in that weapon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. You.
Yeah, watch this guy.
Oh, I see it.
Because it happens when you shoot and you get experience for the amount of damage you're doing, which is based on your shots.
I see it.
So I'm pretty sure that is a gauge for your level in that weapon.
Oh my god. You learn something new every day.
Like, literally every time you play this game, there's something else to find. I think that's why, like, you know, there's a lot of people who are known for playing certain games or certain series of games.
Right.
But, like, in the scheme of things, it seems insane to play a game at least, like, once a year and try and, like, fill a whole week with, like, extra long episodes.
Yeah.
But there's so much depth to this game that, like, I've never really questioned the possibility of, like, the first time we did Strong Week, it was just like, we were like, oh, like, let's go out on this game with a bang, like, we're close to the end, but, like, let's just go for it.
Right.
But, like, I don't know, did we say at the time that we intended to do it annually? I think I may have said it as a joke, but, like, I don't know that we really intended to do it at first.
I mean, it turned out right.
I mean, it did, but, like, it's really strange, really funny thing.
What's gonna be this one?
You want another attempt at that sentence?
What's gonna be... Yep. Get there.
Why is it called Green Gear?
Oh, scratch damage full.
I mean, I guess it's weird,
yeah, my
legs
level went
are
up way high when I got scratch damage full.
Yep.
It, like, went from just filling the lower bar to, like...
Yeah.
Made some major progress there.
And when Leanne shoots this guy, it'll probably jump up.
Yep, I saw it move.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's just, like, it's such a simple thing, and it's so, like, small and pointless, like, it's easy to understand how I wouldn't see that.
Right.
But, like, my mind is completely blown right now. Like, I can't deal with this. Look, even on the grenades, like, switch back to Zephyr for a second. Like, it has the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Guns! Guns!
Oh, man, speaking of oil brownies.
Oh, Jesus. Where's this going?
Have you heard of Papa John's new monstrosity dessert known as the Brookie?
The Brookie?
Yes.
Why is it called that?
It is called that because it is a brownie center that is crusted with a chocolate chip cookie in the way that, like, the core of a pizza is crusted with dough.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
It's so good. Like, a random, like, dessert that jammed two desserts together coming from Papa John's sounds like it should be terrible.
Yeah.
But, like, I got one on a whim, and I basically had the Nutri-Grain commercial reaction. I was like, what? Oh, yeah! My life was fucking changed by that shit.
We're not leveling fast enough. We also don't have any grenades. This is a problem. If I had more grenades, I would be leveled so high right now.
I mean, we can go back to the store in town and see if we can buy at least, like, rookie grenades, which are probably sufficient for what we're doing right now.
I mean, as long as it has scratch damage, you'll get points in it, right?
Well, exactly, yeah.
You only have to do 1 damage to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Attack! Scratch damage full.
The notion that, like, grenades would be such a prevalent thing in the world that you would make a rookie grenade is pretty horrifying.
Yeah, I know, right?
But, I mean, generally, if you take a lot of this world at face value, it's pretty upsetting.
Baby's first grenade.
Yeah, right? We're talking about, there's a store that we literally passed on driving here today called Gun World.
Yep.
And I feel like that pretty much sums up this game. And I'm surprised that Gun World isn't a store that exists here in Chandelier. Or I guess it's Chandelier is the upper level in, is it Basel?
I believe it's Basel.
Basel. I never remember how to spell it. You have the oil status.
I see that. What does that mean?
I think it means that, like, fire does a ton of extra damage to you, and I don't think it means much else. I could be wrong about that.
Alright then.
It's not a status that's very common.
Yeah.
Like, later in the game, there are a number of maybe you're moving a little slower?
It's slowing down my charge significantly. I'm, like, right above the guy and not doing nearly as much as I should be. See?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But, I mean, like, later in the game, stuff like, you know, poison and freeze and electricity become common in certain areas at the very least. So, like, you see a pretty good representation of them. The oil status almost never.
You can't turn away from me.
You dare turn your sword to me, you flopping mass of nonsense.
Alright then.
The grind will probably also be useful for gathering parts that we don't understand how important they are for crafting shit.
Right. That's true.
Because, like, crafting is such nonsense.
Alright, I'm going to unlock the next level, and then I'm going to go get some rookie grenades.
Okay.
How does that sound to you?
Sounds good.
How does it sound to you? To you.
I mean, it's fine.
Look at all the gremlins. There's a purple one.
The end goes both ways. Did you hear that? I would say that's good to know.
It's definitely good to know.
So I'm also pretty sure... So the number that's above the experience bar in the weapon is your clip.
Right.
The number in the experience bar is probably your level.
Yeah, I believe so.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I always found it funny that, like, they showed you, like, your current clip. Because, like, I literally can't think of a circumstance where I can cause in any way a gun to fire less than its whole clip in this entire game.
Yeah, why bother telling you?
Like, it doesn't mean it. It might be relevant to know how many bullets are in the clip, but you don't need to know the current number of bullets in the clip because it's virtually always full.
That guy was wearing a propane canister as a hat.
Yeah, I think I've noticed that before.
Yep.
I mean, these gremlins were all sorts of weird shit.
Hold that thought. Oh, it's level 3. You are not a high level.
They're all sorts of different levels. Got 3, 11, 15.
It's very weird. The blue gremlin.
Is it like the blue fairy?
Guns. Guns! I said guns, asshole! Oh my
Whoa,
God.
he got better.
He did indeed.
You tried to turn him into a newt, but he got better.
Yeah, he's completely better now.
Yeah.
It's just,
Like, look at his, like, casual-ass stride while he's shooting that guy. Like,
I know. He's level
like I'm
15.
pretty sure, like, actual, like, mafiosos and gangsters would see that shit and be like, fuck, that guy is cold-hearted.
Smackdown. Did we ever determine what Smackdown actually does?
It damages all limbs, like, equally or something?
Scratch damage full, leveled up.
I mean, there's a natural opposition between bonus shot and smackdown.
Right.
I mean, it's actually not exactly an opposition. Because trying to get someone airborne for a bonus shot, I think, increases the effectiveness of a smackdown. But if you do a smackdown, it totally fucks your chance of doing a bonus shot.
Right. Leveled up. Yeah, you're right. Look, it's completely empty now.
Yep. That is definitely an experience bar. What a day.
What a day. The things you learn.
It's great to learn, because knowledge is power. Something, something, Schoolhouse Rock.
Die.
Hit
Okay.
like an invisible wall in the air and suddenly get to critical condition. Got some scrap bronze there. I don't know if you noticed that, huh?
Yeah,
Scrap bronze.
bronze. I got so many copper coins now. Do you think this guy sells anything? What's this guy here for?
Is he the redemption guy?
Training staff.
Oh, is he like tutorial guy? Fuck. I remember the time we went through those and didn't understand like anything. It wasn't even when we first started playing the game, it was when we first started getting fucked by the game.
I think we were actually more confused when we finished doing this tutorial than when we started it.
Yes.
We were introduced to a bunch of shit we didn't even know existed.
Right, yeah.
What does all this shit do? God damn it!
Yeah, like we were still grappling with like the basics of the game, but like we're being outclassed by enemies and like didn't know enough about the game to like sort of sort out our own existence.
Yeah.
But like we're like, okay, well look at the tutorial, and then it has like all this like shit about like charge rings and fucking just like everything, and it was just like, well, okay,
Who do I talk to about?
I need to hang up. I'm too dumb to talk to you.
Bye.
Another thing that our editor wanted to tell me about was the time passing, which like the things he told me, like I'm pretty sure we like kind of knew, but like also still aren't actually useful.
Alright, so he scraps stuff. What do you do?
I think she's just a customer.
Tinker?
Want some hollow point rounds?
He just makes a bunch of this shit. So, I don't think I can buy a grenade. I see no way.
I mean, it may not be available yet. I'm pretty sure you can... I mean, rookie grenade is a thing that exists. Oh. No? Rookie...
Grip? Magazine? Custom kit set?
Custom kit set is necessary for, like, everything.
I know.
It's so strange.
We could buy this gun for way more money than we have. Yeah, that's it. We could sell... How many grenades do we have? 2. And 1 hand grenade plus. That's all we got. Alright, well that was a fun experience.
Hooray! Yeah, but so he was talking about time passing. He's like, yeah, every time you, like, walk to a new screen in town, like, a little bit of time passes. And then, like, time passes on the overworld. It's like, alright, I know these things, but here's the thing. There aren't hours.
Right.
Like, there's no... Like, there's... I noticed this last time we were playing. So next to the level, there's, like, a specific sort of quasi-time indicator.
Right.
So, like, crescent moon indicates, like, a certain lateness at night. And I think it changes slightly over time. But, like, still, it's not like, like, it is now 6 p.m. I want it to be morning when I'm going someplace, so I should rest so that it's, like, 6 a.m.
Right.
Like, there's no, like, hard and fast rule to it.
Gonna get all those levels.
It also kind of seems unnecessary for there to be a time-passing mechanic in this game. Like, I feel like the various scenarios where they want to change between day and night, they could just have as, like, set encounters, or that chapter could be that way.
Yeah.
Like, not that they shouldn't have spent the time to do it, it just doesn't seem entirely necessary. That dog's coming to get you.
I'm coming to get that dog. Later.
This gear is yellow. It's more yellow than the green gear, which was green.
Well, it's dead now, so it doesn't really matter. But its body, like, won't go away.
Yeah, no.
Oh, there it goes.
And then it exploded also.
And killed the dog. There's, like, sparks everywhere. What the fuck is happening?
And, like, there's a bronze chip. I wonder how many bronze chips we have already.
Probably a number.
No, I think it's an irrational number or something, like an imaginary number.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, take that. Nothing.
That didn't do very much.
Yeah, there you go.
That did some more. What is this? Do you see this?
This is so crazy. What the fuck is he doing?
He's doing like a Russian like folk dance.
Yeah, he is.
While shooting that guy.
Good job, Leon. You're so good. You go this way.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure that when we first did the tutorial, we only like vaguely understood what a tri-attack was.
Yeah, there was a time when we didn't understand what a tri-attack was.
Like, there was definitely a while where all we did were, like, hero actions. God, just imagine trying to start playing this game over again.
Oh, God. No, thank you.
It's so insane, this game. But, like, I think a big part of what we were confused about are, like, what are resonance points? And, like, what is this crossing the line thing?
Yeah.
And, like... Then, like, I'm pretty sure the tutorial goes into a little bit about how you lose resonance points, which is super confusing when you barely understand what they are.
So who's got...
the button?
Shut up! How do I can't change the characters. It doesn't matter. She's level 9. He's level 10. So oh, hello.
Didn't see that there?
He got there. He was there.
He did get there.
Wabam.
Crumple smash.
Alright, let's check out our level situation, see if we would need to move anything around.
That seems like a good idea.
Alright, so hand grenade is not relevant because we don't have any. Leanne could definitely do some machine gunning.
Yeah, I think Leanne needs some machine gun and Vashon needs to go back to handgun. And that should help even things out a little bit.
Yeah.
So when our editor was telling us about his Prima strategy guide, because he's such a cool guy, he is a cool guy. I just think it's funny that he has a Prima strategy guide.
Yeah.
But I was saying, like, I feel like if we were going to take the advice of the Prima strategy guide, then we should do a Prima strategy guide run, where we just do everything it tells us and then see how much our minds are blown.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
I mean, I feel like the very fact that we're doing a level grind on Chapter 4 of this game after having played it, like, 4 times sort of speaks to how we're not exactly masters at this. And yet, I think I said to you recently, like, do you think that we're in, like, a top percentage of players of this game in the world? I think your answer was something along the lines of yes, because who plays this game?
But, like, also no.
Yeah, but also no,
like,
because,
the distance
like
between
seriously.
us and the next better player is, like, probably significant.
Well, yeah, because there's only, like, 12 of us in the world, right?
Right.
So we're probably like 5 and 6 respectively, and we sort of alternate back and forth between them.
This has not gone well.
What's funny is, like, even, like, thinking about this game in that context is kind of hilarious, right? Because, like, when you talk about, like, best players in the world, you think of sort of, like, gaming competitions. And, like, can you imagine, like, a Resonance of Fate tournament and what the fuck that would be?
Yeah, this has not gone well.
We found a guy who was level 19. Is that not what you wanted?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Just as I change the, all the guns around so, like, no one's doing the right amount of damage anymore. Yeah, it's gonna go well. We're gonna make some progress.
You know that it would be a really good time to just sort of go back to the previous rank and fill that out, right? That seems like a really logical thing to do.
Quiet. It's gonna go great.
I mean, part of the problem is also that Hound provides very little additional bezel support. I mean, like, you can kill the Hounds fairly easily, but then what you got?
That was cool. She, like, slid on the ground like that.
I'm telling you, I love the animations. I really do. I mean, honestly, in a way, they were a big part of what got me interested in this game in the first place.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was just, like, watching a lot of random game footage of this. I'm like, look how cool everything is! Look at all the things they're doing!
Gun fu!
Yeah, kung fu. I really do wonder what the hell they would do if they made a sequel to this game.
Oh, he doesn't have the... She has the...
Oh yeah, I don't know if I've actually mentioned in any of these episodes.
What's that?
Project X Zone 2, I believe it's called.
What the hell's that?
It is some weird crossover game between, like, Capcom games and Konami games and, like, some other small subset of things.
Uh-huh.
And it has all of the... It has not only our trio of Resonance of Fate protagonists in it, but it also has Cardinal Gorigliano in it.
Oh.
And one of our viewers has continually tweeted me anytime some new thing has happened about it.
What have we here?
And I've like put it on my like Amazon wishlist to keep an eye on it.
Uh-huh.
I think it's supposed to come out a little later this year. I think spring. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure that a hard date is actually set yet.
Uh-huh. So what is it like Super Smash Brothers? Like what is
the
content like?
It's the thing is like I don't know very much about it. It is a sequel, but I haven't played the other game. I think the other game had like one Resonance of Fate character in it, or maybe not even any.
Mm-hmm.
But like this one has all three of the protagonists and also Gorigliano. And I think it's some sort of, like, tactical RPG kind of thing.
Okay. Does it have tri-attacks?
I don't know. It does have... I've looked into it enough to know that there's, like, things called, like, partner characters or team characters and solo characters. And it's, like, I forget what the breakdown was, but, like, just hypothetically, it was something like... Vacheron and Zephyr are like pair characters and Leanne is a solo character or something.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know what the distinction is, but like there are multiple kinds of characters and they encompass all of them.
Alright, that was a challenge. Pocho.
You did the thing, though.
I did the thing. Yosh.
What are our overall levels? We were looking at the individual levels before.
17, 16, and 16.
Yeah, we're doing some stuff.
Yeah. Leanne's gonna be like way ahead of everybody with her super high levels situation, but she's still like way behind on the machine gun, so gotta catch her up, and them all as well.
Yes, both of those are important.
Mm-hmm. You know it.
Do you hope that? The last one was hard.
Scratch him.
Just for fun, we should take a look at what ammo we actually have without having attempted to, like, tinker it or whatever.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. You die now.
It's offensive to dogs or something. So, my office has an office dog.
Yep,
and
most offices do. Here in LA.
Many offices. I'm not sure most, but perhaps most.
Uh-huh.
But we also have a mailman who is afraid of dogs.
Oh, good. That's exactly what you want.
And important point, we have a dog who loves mailmen. Specifically. Because her owner used to get something called a bark box. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's basically Loot Crate for dogs.
Okay.
So, like, it comes with, like, 1 to 2 dog toys, and also, like, 2 to 3, like, packages of dog treats of various kinds.
Okay.
So, this is a pretty clever dog. It's a Boston Terrier.
Right.
And she managed to figure out after a while that, like, oh man, when a package shows up, it could contain treats and toys.
Oh no.
So, because this is not just a smart dog, but an actually extremely self-centered dog, it's kind of amazing how, like, self-absorbed this dog is.
I lost.
Now, just any package, she assumes, like, that is for me, and it's full of dog toys.
Right. So the mailman is afraid.
So the mailman's afraid,
and the dog
loves mailmen.
Oh my god.
So,
best combo. So
our mailman has really taken to just, like, sort of quietly opening the door, shoving a thing through it, and leaving.
That's hilarious.
It's kind of funny, but it really pisses my bosses off. They really hate it.
Get rid of the dog.
Well...
Or ask them to change mailmen.
Is that even a thing you can do? That seems insane.
Oh, I missed.
I feel like I would sound insane trying to do that. But speaking of insane things at my office, we also have an upstairs neighbor who is some, like, I don't think... Actually, come to think of it, I might know who it is. I haven't gone up there to talk to her about it, but everyone else in my office is, like, losing their goddamn minds because this woman is wearing, like, some sort of, like, high heel shoe or boot or something, and she just clomps around the office, like, all fucking day.
Yeah.
And so, like, we hear her, like, clomping around like some sort of, like, 2 peg-legged pirate having a dance party or some shit. And, like, to me, like, I can tune it out. But, like, everyone else is constantly like, oh my god! And so, like, a little while ago, like, we sent, like, a delegation up there to, like, talk to her.
Right.
And from what I can tell, they approached it badly, she took it badly, everyone's upset, and nothing good came of it.
Oh, perfect. That's what you wanted.
Yeah. So we have a clompy upstairs neighbor.
I bet she clomps way more now than she ever did.
Well, what's funny is the day that we sent the delegation, like, she was being kind of loud. Then they went up there, and then she was being really loud.
I bet.
And then, like, the delegation came back, and I was sort of like, so you didn't go well, huh? And they're like, well, she didn't seem very receptive. I'm like, no, and I can tell, because listen for half a second.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it sounds like what happened was that they went into it trying to offer a solution before seeing if this other person in the building was receptive to the idea.
Right.
It sounds like they were sort of like, oh, could you, like, maybe wear slippers sometimes around the office, before we had really established if she was going to listen at all.
Oh.
And I think that probably set her off more than just, like, bringing it to her attention.
Right.
And thus the clumping intensified.
So is it intensified ever since, or is it...
I mean, it was really bad that day, and it's continued to be, like, bad, but only, like, normal bad. It hasn't, like, continued to be worse than it was.
Right. Do that, and then that, I guess. I want to get Leanne in there soon, so let's do this. I gun you. I gun you so gun. You do not understand.
Is the fashion in which you gun him very gun?
Oh, it's so gun. You don't even understand.
That's very gun.
He doesn't understand. You don't understand. Nobody understands the level of gun that's happening right now. Oh, Zephyr.
I mean, I understand that was a significant level of gun.
There was some gun there.
I mean, this world is ridiculous. Imagine that happening to a person.
Yeah.
They would no longer be something resembling a person after that. Let alone, like, just walking around and sort of, like, swearing about it. Just being like, come on, this guy.
I think Zephyr's about to die, though, so there's that.
That's fine.
Yep.
That's fine.
Nope. Bam! Bitch.
I don't even think anyone took direct damage during that.
Ow.
Of course, there's still a lasting effect from losing all the bezels.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Don't turn your side thing to me.
Well, at least airborne. He's a smart one, isn't he?
I think you just need to have everyone fire rapidly so he's facing the wrong way.
Oh, now I got a thing.
You do? Are you a bad enough dude to use it for justice?
Oh, you know. First I gotta back up.
Oh yeah, also, that game does include Phoenix Wright.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be a really good game. Even if it's garbage, it's gonna be a good game.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna win this.
Looks like it. It could still go randomly south, but I think you're in good shape.
Wait, you know what he's called? Yellow Gear.
Yellow Gear!
We got some meat.
Yes.
It's always good. Meat.
Yeah.
You like meat?
I like tank meat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You wanna rub it on your face?
I'd like to rub your face.
No, please
Would
don't.
you? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I'm right here.
No.
I'm very close to you. I'm not sure if you've noticed this. I'm very close to you. If you moved your head a little bit, just like a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like really close to you.
I feel it.
And the thing is, I have really shaky hands, so who knows what could happen? Just like anything.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen right now.
Everyone get excited.
This is like live TV. You just don't know what's going to happen.
You just don't know.
You excited for the Oscars?
Not really. I don't really give a shit.
I never care about the Oscars. Here's the thing. Like, I recognize that the Oscars, more often than not, really do acknowledge, like, powerful performances and acting and shit like that, but, like, almost never is there something nominated that I care about.
Yeah.
And certainly never is there a category full of things I care about.
Right.
So, like, it's hard to get invested other than, like, did the thing I want win? No, it didn't, because it's not the hoitiest option available.
Right, exactly.
And it's not that I don't have an appreciation for, like, art films or just, like, independent, like...
Right, but that's just not your cup of tea.
I mean, it's not the thing that, like, at the end of the day, like, I care about recognizing. Because it's like, that thing sort of speaks for itself. I feel like it doesn't need an awards show.
Right.
Like, I kind of want someone to make... And I know that shit, like, the People's Choice and whatever is supposed to sort of be like this, but, like, just, like, literally acknowledging the same things and categories that the Oscars, like, honor and care about.
Yeah.
But, like, for popular movies. And, like, I get that People's Choice is supposed to be that, but I feel like People's Choice is, like, a much lower common... Like,
yeah.
I want something in the middle.
Right. Yeah, I feel like the average viewer for the People's Choice, like, the things they would vote for, like Michael Bay is on that list, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's not what you want.
Is that not what you want?
It's not what I want. How do I win?
Probably with guns.
Gun you. And you.
That guy just died.
He did.
He was born, and here in this place where you are now, he died.
In this arena. Why he signed up to be here, I don't know.
Yeah, how does this... What's the conceit here?
I don't know. Gun?
Do you think this is the prison system?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If it's like some sort of, like, indentured servitude or something.
Yeah.
Hang on, Drew. Oop, that's not butter.
Could be. You don't know. Hey, Bobby, it's Kyle. Sorry I missed your call. Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, so I don't think I can make it out today. Is it alright if I pick it up in the morning? Okay, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate you trying to get in touch. Yeah, see you then. Thank you. Bye.
Cool.
Just didn't, didn't
Yeah.
want to leave him hanging, because he might, like, try and wait for me or whatever.
How are you going to get to it?
My mom. I already talked to her about it.
Oh, right. You, like, have family here now.
Yeah. It's helpful.
So you can exploit them.
Yeah, no, it's really helpful because my mom wants to do nothing more than just... And look, good timing because...
Should we finish? Should we keep going? I don't
I
know.
feel like we probably should.
Get, like, up to an hour and then stop?
At least. We'll see how close we are to hitting our, like, proposed level 18 thing. If we can get there, it'd be nice, but, like, it's not a huge deal.
Alright, here we go. Alright, let's make some more progress. Wait, what? Maybe not?
Maybe not. Nope.
Nope. What?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, that's it.
No.
Well, you had a paper. I thought it was important.
Me
I thought it
too.
was like a...
No, God.
I feel very comfortable. I'm Batman.
All right, let's start. We're going back to recording now, Dental.
It's so dark in here, you guys.
All right, here we go.
We're recording.
All right, let's do more of this bullshit and shit.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about it. What do you think sports are like in this world? So, like, we have the arena.
Right.
It's got to be the closest thing we see to a sport, right? There's no other, like, fringe thing I'm not thinking about. There's no, like...
Yeah, they haven't mentioned, like...
It's not like you go down to, like...
combat ball or something.
Yeah, it's not like you go to, like, Albona or something and you see, like, the Tinker Wars, which are, like, robot wars, but with, like, steampunk gear robots or whatever.
And they all have guns, of course.
Of course, everything's guns.
That would be awesome. I would watch the shit out of that.
That's the thing. What's weird is, like, this world actually seems really conducive to some sort of violent blood sport.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that they would have, like, built that in, being like, oh, man, in the future, everyone, like, space is at a premium, and so, like, one way that people make a lot of money is just, like, this really gruesome high-stakes sports that sort of keeps the population down or something.
Yeah,
like,
right.
And also, you know, you could work in the whole, like, class angle, which is sort of a sub-theme of the game. You know, you got Chandelier, the rich people are sort of like, oh, wouldn't it be quaint to see people shoot each other with guns?
Just like that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
I need one more bezel. Should we see if we can find one of those, like, boss battles? We could do that cone.
The one that literally fucked our couch and wasted like 40 minutes of our lives?
No, not that one. There's a cone right now in the place where we are. Where am I going? Who's in trouble right now? Like,
Leanne is most in trouble.
Yeah, but nobody's targeting her right now, so...
It's weird. Like, I'm still not sure I entirely understand the... I mean, like, I certainly don't understand your own targeting system, because it's entirely random.
Right.
But I also don't think I fully understand the enemy targeting system, because as we were discovering...
No!
That sucked.
From all the way over there, I never thought he'd hit him enough.
From downtown!
Goddamn.
But, like, they seem to be able to switch targets more rapidly than I would expect.
Yeah.
And I don't get that. It's weird.
Yeah, and I don't understand what determines what they target. Like, some of it has to do with proximity, but I think some of it also has to do with damage.
Yeah, I think it's some combination of those and maybe some other... Like, maybe there's some X factor for, like, you've attacked them and they're more likely to attack you or something.
Right.
I don't know. There could be a lot of factors. It's, like, I'd almost love to just see, like, the enemy, like, AI code in this game, because there's so much math happening in this entire game.
I know.
That, like, who knows what's happening.
That's a good point.
You know, instead of Robot Wars, I think it should just be like Ploogue Wars. Everyone starts with a battle Ploogue, and then you just customize them.
I would watch that too. It's like a shitty version of mech battles.
But like, I feel like the battle Ploogues also should be like lawnmowers in like some quaint grassy arena. Like basically, like think of like a soccer field, and like some amount of the time they play soccer on it. But anytime they need to do maintenance so that they can play soccer the next day, they're like, all right, guys, Ploogue battle. And you just get, like, I don't know, like, how many Ploogues are on a team? Like 5? Like 5 Ploogues per team?
Yeah, maybe 4. 5 is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, like 4 is kind of
Ploogues
weird because it's like an even number. I don't know. I feel like odd numbers, I don't know. Something in that.
You have to be a pretty big arena.
I mean, it does. It's big soccer, right?
Right. Is it kind of like the episodes of Top Gear where they, like...
Yeah, with, like, Mini Coopers or whatever?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I am kind of thinking of that in my head. I mean, maybe you're playing soccer with Ploogues, too. Maybe in the future, all sports are the same, but with Ploogues.
Oh, man, I would do that. I would definitely.
Oh, my God, the Ploogue Olympics. The Ploogue Decathlon.
No. The Ploogue high jump. Best thing ever. Come on.
No, I think the best thing ever is, like, what's that one where you like, ski and shoot?
Oh,
it has some weird name, right?
Oh, shit, what's it called? Fuck, I know this.
I'm sure I will know it if I hear it, but I can't.
It's called, is it just biathlon?
Yeah, maybe?
I think it might just be biathlon.
But I mean, I'd love to see just like a Ploogue just like ski down the hill like.
Yeah. Oh man, look what he's called.
Drum Hobbit.
Best name for a thing ever.
They're gonna get their ass sued for that or something.
No, I don't think hobbits are technically trademarked or anything. Just by the
That seems unlikely
Tolkien
somehow.
estate. All right, we're making progress on our levels. How are we doing here? Should I switch things around? You think?
I don't think we've made enough progress on this arrangement yet to do that.
Yeah,
but I think we're
I'd like to
close.
get Leanne at least to level 6 on the machine gun, so that she at least matches Vacheron, and we should try to get Zephyr up to
Vacheron?
7
Yeah.
on the handgun.
I mean, it'd be nice to get just Zephyr and Vacheron another level. I mean, like, 17 is close to 18, right?
Yeah, it might even be close enough. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We probably don't actually need to be level 18 because of the nature of the way this game and try attacks work. Like,
Right.
usually you're not meant to be on par with the most difficult thing that you're dealing with.
Right. I wanted to attack the dog. This is not how I wanted it to go.
But this is how it's done. That guy just said so. Also, Leanne looks really close to leveling, and Zephyr looks pretty close as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. Attack the dog. Stop it from hurting Leanne. Yes, that's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant you to do.
I'd really like to just see someone do like a series of like infographics or something on like what all the jobs on Basel would look like. Like pest control is also just people with guns.
I think most problems are solved by guns in this world.
Well, exactly, but I'd like to, because I'm sure that there's a bunch of ones that are like obvious if you think about them, but like not until you do.
Right.
And I'd love to just see someone like compile a list of them.
Is there no one close to? Okay.
Debt collector, definitely gun problem.
Definitely gun problem for sure. Leveled up. No one close enough. Wow! It does annoy me that their sound doesn't change when they're not in the barrel anymore.
Don't some of them? I feel like
No, I don't think
some
so.
variations of them do. I feel like I've definitely heard barrel muzzles.
Oh, stupid limb. Want to target others. Drum Hobbit. Level 19?
Yep.
She's much higher than them. Don't do
Well,
it.
I mean, I think she just got the highest on handgun and was also the furthest behind on machine gun.
Right.
So, like, it just sort of worked out that way.
Zephyr's making some progress, though.
Yeah. I didn't notice Vacheron's level, but if I'm reading this correctly, which I think provides even more information, he's not terribly close to the next handgun level.
That's a bummer. Alright, we got some mad copper coins now. We could buy some stuff.
We should see what we can buy when we're done with this.
Yeah. Oh, I can only do these. I can only do the copper ones. I think that's what we do in this episode.
Get through copper?
Get through copper.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa. Look at these
Whoa.
guys.
It's some Copelia gunhead. Has a weird accent. Is that aigu? I don't know. French!
Stop regenerating. Asshole.
Swiper no regenerating!
Yeah, that's right. You heard me. You heard me. Leveled up.
It sounds like Zephyr liked that a lot.
More limbs. More limbs. God, they got a lot of limbs.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of, like, bezel slots, though.
I know. I just want one more.
I feel that, that's the other limiting factor. I mean, you could hypothetically grind Arena forever, but after a certain point, it probably just becomes unfeasible to continue without advancing the story just because of, like, bezel limitations.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I
definitely
don't think I ever thought of that before. It's weird. You know what, Tek? I think this is kind of a weird game.
What? Blasphemy, you fucker.
I feel like if there's one thing that you could say about this game, it's that it's super weird.
It's super fucking weird. More guns, I say.
I'd love someone to make a movie of this.
I'd watch it.
It would be like the worst movie ever, but it would look fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's one of those movies. It'd be really terrible, but it would be really worth watching because it'd be so like visually entertaining. That's not a good move.
I feel like you would need a really good direct. You would need someone with like a Zack Snyder-esque like directorial vision to like bring like hero actions to life. But if you found the right person, it'd be fucking great.
I think that Zack Snyder would very much enjoy making this movie. I mean, it's also kind of a John Woo kind of style, don't you think?
Yeah, there's definitely some John Woo like overlap. I think. I don't know. After didn't Snyder direct Man of Steel?
He did Man of Steel. He also did Watchmen.
Yeah, I have a lot less respect for anyone who worked on Man of Steel. Have you ever seen Man of Steel?
It's not good.
It's offensive.
A lot of people die.
That's not even remotely what I'm talking about. It has one of the worst scenes I've ever seen in any movie.
Which scene specifically?
The scene where, spoiler alert, Jonathan Kent dies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, holy shit. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like an inexcusably bad scene.
Yeah. Not good. Hey there, friend.
I mean, it's the idea behind it is so flawed, it's really on par with, like, I got the higher ground, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like, fight over.
Didn't we talk about already that Mythbusters did that?
Yes, well, I don't think it was on camera, but you mentioned it to me. I don't think I've seen it still.
Yeah, you should watch it. They're on their final season, you know?
Yes. I think I have a season pass for it and have forgotten to watch a single episode of it.
Season pass? What does that mean?
TiVo. When you tell your TiVo to record like every episode of a show that appears, it's called a season pass.
Airborne. Or some
it's cute to me that you don't know like what a TiVo is.
I don't know anything about TiVo. It's true. Get some limbs.
But mostly just because like my family like basically owns half of TiVo, just by virtue of how many TiVos we have. Literally every time my family moves into a new house, my dad spends like 4 months like on the phone with the cable company being like, I literally know for a fact that you can let me set up this many TiVos.
That's awesome. I mean, we're cord cutters here in the Brofer household. And we don't need no.
Can't get no satisfaction?
No TiVo.
I mean, I think you could with your digital antenna.
Yeah, but then the only thing we could record is like basic cable.
Yeah.
Which doesn't include Mythbusters.
Does it not? I thought basic cable was like much more encompassing these days.
No, it still does not include the Discovery Channel. Not that the Discovery Channel is worth watching beyond Mythbusters. Like, there's nothing good on the Discovery Channel or the History Channel were the two networks that I would always go to, no matter what I was watching, and I'd always find something interesting.
Yeah.
And now that is not true of either. Like, the Discovery Channel lasted a little longer than History Channel, but...
Yeah, History Channel, like, really went off the deep end, didn't it?
Like,
it's just
really far.
Yeah, just, like, it took, like, a really sharp turn from being, like, the History Channel to being the bullshit fiction channel.
Well,
like,
it went from, like, probably not making much money at all to, like, they made, like, one of those Ancient Alien shows.
Yep.
And then they were like, holy shit, this is a license to print money. They cost no money to make, and bitches watch them like crazy.
Well, I mean, it's exactly, like... the trajectory of the Sci-Fi Channel is fascinating.
You mean the, like... It's like a sine wave. It's just, like, up and down in quality.
It really is. But, like, it's funny because, like, you know, when they rebranded themselves, like, a couple years ago...
And, like, became shit.
Yeah, and became shit. They were, like, convinced. They're like, oh, like, no one wants, like, actual science fiction. We'll just cancel all the science fiction and put wrestling on because, like, wrestling makes a ton of money.
Right.
And, like, now literally they're saying the exact opposite of that. They're like, we want to, like, move wrestling to a different channel and, like, make a bunch of sci-fi shows. Because that's what people want.
And you know what? That is what fucking
people want. It is what people want. But the insane thing is, like, the time that they were doing that is, like, right... Like, not at the exact moment, but, like, right in the crux of when, like, nerd culture started, like, taking over popular culture, right?
Right.
And, like, that's, like, the perfect time to be the motherfucking sci-fi channel.
I know.
And they're like, nah, like, wrestling and shit. It's like, come on, guys.
We're gonna cancel Eureka and all that shit.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want fun or
I mean,
happiness or money.
I don't begrudge them canceling Stargate Atlantis, but, like, they rushed it, and the finale was kind of crap. I feel like if they gave Atlantis, like, another half a season, it would have been great.
Yeah.
And like that was like right around. That was like a little bit before they like fully went in on that plan. But like, you know, all that stuff. Like, you know, Battlestar ended, and like a bunch of other like Eureka got canceled and stuff. Like,
damn it.
Isn't that the worst when you just switch between all three of them and you just see each of them land?
It's like, oh, good job, you landed.
It's like, great, thanks guys, good job.
You're so cool.
Good job, thank you.
All right.
You got some battle coins.
How's our progress here? We got one more here and then rank 9 to do. Does that make those silver ones appear?
It might. It might.
Might.
Yeah, it ghost.
Good times.
So now is probably a good time to talk about what's apparently happening.
Yeah, my schedule's getting fucked.
Yeah, so we figure this is probably a good place to talk about this, although I'm sure I'll put this on like Facebook and Twitter and stuff when it's relevant. But probably a significant portion of our channel will be watching this, and so anyone who probably cares will have a good chance of seeing this.
Yes.
So, basically February is like Vasco month.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get something on the books, but I'm going to out of town.
Funky Town.
Yep.
Which is another name for Pittsburgh because it smells funky.
Yep. That's where I'm going. The professor enjoyed that.
I don't have anything good to say about Pittsburgh, other than a bunch of my friends either lived there or went to college there. My sister also went to college there, which is why I've been there and why I don't like it.
Did she go to CMU?
She did, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Working for Microsoft and all that.
Yeah. Well, now she's working for Amazon.
How's that going?
I mean, you know, she's still printing money.
Good for her.
She's also got a bunch of other crazy, exciting things happening, but due to the nature of my sister's existence, I can't really talk about any of them.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Suffice it to say, her life is insane, and may at some point, you know, rise the tides of the Platts family.
That sounds good.
I keep coming really close to saying something I shouldn't say, so I'll just stop talking about that. But yeah, so...
so I'm going out of town.
Yeah.
Basically, once like the second week of February starts, I'm pretty much gone or working until like the middle of March.
Yeah, so... once Strong Week is over, I may post like a little bit of like stuff we've already recorded, but for the most part, I'm gonna try and like stream somewhat regularly, and I'm gonna try and do some recorded content. Now, I may actually be posting some of this to my own channel just to keep it consistent for people trying to follow it.
Right.
But I'll make sure to post to like Facebook and maybe in some way on YouTube.
I mean, you could even just post like a video that's like 10 seconds long.
Yeah, that's just like, hey, go look
here.
at my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like something
for a good time call.
Yeah, something may happen. I don't know that I can fully commit to this, but because they're days we normally record anyway, I'm thinking of trying to stream on like Mondays and Wednesdays.
That seems good.
And so like it will be less of a culture shock to me to suddenly like try and do this at that time, because like normally I'm just recording then anyway. I'll just be at my own apartment.
Right. Any ideas about what you might do? Anything beyond?
Well, one thing I would like to do is finish Mass Effect. Like, if I'm going to be making videos anyway, I may as well finish Mass Effect.
Right.
Another thought I've had is possibly playing through Uncharted 2.
Okay.
Because the new Uncharted's coming out, and I should play them anyway, and it's as good an excuse as any. I still haven't played
3. I played 1 and 2, but
I've only played 1, which is why I would do 2, but 2 is also widely considered the best one, so maybe people would be interested in that.
2 was damn good.
And then in addition to that, maybe either, I don't know, some just like quick download games for the PS4, because those are nice and easy to stream, or potentially I might put up to a vote like one of those like garbage games that I have in my garbage collection of garbage games, and just like play as much of that as I can in February or something.
So keep a strict
some
eye
combination
on Facebook
of
or Twitter,
yeah,
because I'm sure that Vasco will be needing some viewer participation.
I'll put the stuff in the description and save our poor editor the trouble of trying to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
But take a look in the description below, and all the information to follow everything should be there.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And I apologize in advance for not being around. You can all...
I apologize to future viewers who will take stock of all this, think it's current, and then be like, wait, this was from like 6 years ago. But I did want to mention it because, again, I thought a lot of people would probably be watching this, and I don't want everyone to panic.
Yeah, right.
Because I'm sure all, like, 2 people other than my mom watching this will be, like, losing their shit.
Arcadius is going to be very confused.
Will be very upset.
We love you, Arcadius.
We do.
Yep.
I was going to get really close to the mic and make a kissy sound effect, but I realized I'm too tired. I'm just stuck here now.
It's for the best.
So I guess I'll just be sleeping on your couch tonight.
That's cool. Enjoy.
It took you much longer to react than I thought it would, Professor.
I really enjoy the fact that the professor's here making faces at everything we say, but not responding to it in any way.
I appreciate the fact that she's trying to respect the sanctity of the recording.
You guys...
No, you're not allowed to talk, Professor! You're not here!
This happens every time.
Oh, it's just fun to, like, have you react and not say anything. You're like Mr. Bean. Exactly, that's what you've been doing.
One of these years, we're gonna, like, make you learn how to play this game. You'll love it.
You'll love it so much. I thought we did. Didn't we do that during one of the streams? Didn't we try to get her to play it? She was, like, not understanding what was going on.
I don't think she actually played. I think we made her, like, hang out while we were doing it because, like,
she
life
immediately
sort of
went on her phone.
Something like that happened.
I mean, like, every stream we do. Professor participates for, like, half an hour and then is just, like, looking at Facebook.
That's just life.
Love you, honey. Good job. Alright. How do I win?
Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to it. I've been just, like, talking.
It's been going.
I mean, I think one of the good things about... What did I kick?
I don't know. There's a lot of shit down there.
Yeah,
my apartment is really messy.
It doesn't matter. Well, I think one of the good things about us being... Well, I hesitate to use the T word because it's simply not true. A partnership of people playing video games is that we're often able to tag team and, like, one of us can, like, drive conversation while the other one of us is desperately trying to figure out how to win.
Right. I mean, I also have the problem of not being able to, like, use brain thoughts while playing video games. It's one of the reasons why I never remember anything you say. It's because I just, like, I'm not processing the, like, conversations that I'm having.
I'm still skeptical that there is a reason for that. I think that
No, it really is. Because, like, I just, like, things go in one ear and they go out the other, and I can't help it. Because I'm, like, trying to win.
See, I think my natural tendency is to do the opposite.
Like, not pay attention to the game and just, like, be watching the conversation and just falling off the ledges all the time.
Yeah. Which is why you may have noticed a gradual trend over the last year of me trying to trick Tek into playing more games so that I could talk more.
I mean, I'm fine being the one that plays as long as you don't mind that I, like, don't remember or respond to
Well, I mean, at this
say.
point, it's just assumed. I mean, it's just part of our thing. The reason I pulled out my phone, you were staring at me because it's not something I would normally do. We got a really nice comment literally today on Residence of Fate 1.
I saw that.
I just
was it the first episode?
Yeah, it was Sweet Home parentheses Alabama, which is the first Residence.
How many views does that?
I could try and check that in a moment, but
it's got to be way more than anything.
This is really self-aggrandizing, but I thought it was really nice, and I want to call it out.
No. It's not that we're bragging. It's that we're thanking our viewer. For
it is.
Nice...
I do want to mention user Quint V or Quint 5. I don't know which it's meant to be.
Thanks for the sub. Unless you haven't subbed.
Did he sub? I'm not sure he did.
I don't know.
But on the first episode of Residence of Fate, he said, "You guys feel like a more game-focused version of Game Grumps to me, and I like this and this game," which to me is a really nice compliment. That's a really nice thing to say. I mean, like, I think that we are very different from the Game Grumps, but, like, I think we're obviously in the same arena, so it's nice to think someone thinks we're comparable.
I mean, we don't yell quite as much, do we? I don't think we do.
It depends on what we're doing, frankly. Sometimes we're yelling more, but I think generally not so much.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, I think I've been thinking a lot about the channel and its potential future recently.
Yeah.
And over the last couple months, people may have noticed that I've sort of taken on a different philosophy about things.
What's that?
Which is, I mean, I've gone through a couple of phases where, like, at first I was like, no, Tek is super serious. We're going to be great at this. We're going to be really good, serious video gamers. And then, like, we weren't good at anything. And so I was like, okay, our thing is that we're not good at anything, so just basically just keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
But, like recently I've taken it a step further, and I've sort of, like, relaxed a bit more, and I think, like, my philosophy is sort of, like, anything goes as long as it's for the overall enjoyment of people watching it.
Right.
So, like, some of the stupid shit, like in, like, Lifeless Planet, there's some, like, really stupid moments where, like...
Right.
I'm, like, calling out to the professor having a conversation because she just happened to walk in, and then she gets all, like, annoyed because I'm talking to her.
What now?
Exactly.
Professor, you're not here! Stop it!
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just, like, before I'd be like, oh, you've ruined the episode, because, like, people are going to be confused and they're not going to understand what happened.
Yeah.
But, like, we are so unprofessional. Like, we are the worst.
That's
like,
our thing.
That's our thing. I think our thing is that
we suck.
We are... One time I said, and I think that this is, like... This is noteworthy enough that if we made a t-shirt, this might be a thing to put on it.
Right.
I think we are an alternative to quality. We are the comedy option for when you're sick of all these people who take video gaming super seriously, and you just want to see people, like, talk about tank sports for a half hour while shooting guns at flaming-headed dolls.
That is absolutely our motto. Alternative to quality since 2008, or whatever the fuck. No,
no, it's definitely not 2008.
2011.
Don't even know.
No, that's exactly
that's a very good
alternative to quality since 2008.
I want to say 2011.
1907.
Yeah. So it's like 1907 question mark? Like, we don't know. I don't fucking know.
Professor!
Professor, calm down! Honestly.
Yep.
Did you kill all the flaming-headed dolls yet?
It's really hard.
I mean, they're level 14, so they should be providing good experience. Oh, baby.
We're making it happen. We're making it happen for sure. Come on, get there. Get there. Oh, where is the goddamn bonus shot?
I think you're just too far away. You're not, like, landing enough hits to really get a decent shot at it.
Oh,
there you go.
God damn it. But I got it with Basharon, who's like 5 miles away.
Pretty much everyone seems to be 5 miles away from this guy. I mean, you don't really need it right now. It might almost be better to just damage it more so that the next attack can regain its bezel or whatever.
Yeah, I had a lot of resonance points. I don't know if you guys noticed. I had like 5. It might have been 4, but it's still a lot.
I feel like anything like 4 and above is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess like 4 is the threshold, because like 3 is like the standard number, because like usually if your opponent is the correct number of years to be your opponent,
right,
then like you're not really gonna be able to set up like 1,000 resonance points. But there is the rare occasion when you get like 5 or higher, and then you just feel like you're tri-attacking all day long. I believe these are the Francis Ford Coppola flamers.
I think you're right. That guy's barely been touched. What are you doing over there, guy? What are you doing?
He's flailing around like an asshole. Don't you see him? Just waving. Oh no, you know what he's doing? He's selling used cars by the side of the road. That's what that guy's doing.
Wacky waving, arm flailing, inflatable.
That's clearly what these are based on. Look at them move.
Guns and stuff.
Imagine not only trying to shoot something accurately with a handgun from that range, but meanwhile flipping around and like shooting under your leg and stuff. Like you wouldn't hit jack shit that way.
No, you wouldn't. You would hit 0 things. 0% of your shots.
You would be unable to hit jack shit, who is approximately the size of a barn.
That
man is large.
Your bullet focus would be not so good. That was weird. Took him way too long to die. Alright, I think we're on to the last one.
That's good. Hands at level 20. Maybe we should switch weapons.
No, fuck it. Alright, hold on. But what if the last one's like a boss? Then I'm going to regret not having...
I guess that's possible. I mean, we can... I guess we could switch when we go back to Chapter 4.
Yeah, let's just
which
do that.
I'm sure you've understood by now because you're watching this in the correct order. I doubt anyone has paused this episode. They've waited for all of Strong Week to end. They paused episode 4 and have it open in one of their tabs. They're waiting to see all the level grinding to watch it in chronological order. And now they're going to go back to 4 and be like, oh.
Very interesting.
What have we here?
Take these bullets and enjoy them. Just for you.
Oh my god, look at it! Look at its gross like pelvis thing.
Look at its
wiggling
around.
It's like moving its legs as much as possible without moving its pelvis, which is somehow like even more unsettling than just doing weird pelvic things.
Super uncanny valley. Oh my god, so many limbs just got destroyed.
Well, a bunch of things just exploded.
Die.
Take it.
Smack down. Bam. Bitch. That's right. No, Leanne.
He's on fire.
There was a firefight. Name that movie.
No.
Okay then.
I want you to tell me.
It's Boondock Saints.
Ah, I've never seen that.
Not? You never seen Boondock Saints?
No, I've not.
That's like the most Emerson movie that ever happened.
That's sort of the thing. I had never heard of it before Emerson.
Yeah.
And then, like, only, like, all the Emerson douchebags would be like, oh my god, you know what the best movie ever is? Boondock Saints. And I was like, I do not value your opinion. I will not seek this movie out.
I mean, I understand that sentiment, for sure.
I mean, I also, admittedly, as a bit of a character flaw, if something reaches a certain amount of hype or popularity, I'm
like,
often, I'm often, like, just, like, I have some weird, like, graph where it's like, I hear good things about it and I'm interested in it, and then at a certain point it's like, no, a sharp decline in interest.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, that's a common phenomenon.
I think it's common, but not to the degree, like, I think I'm an extreme case in it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do have that sort of problem. I mean, it's funny to me when Star Wars 7 came out, like, the number of people who come out of the woodwork being like, I've never seen a Star Wars movie before. I'm like,
Fuck
no, I
you.
mean, I get the whole
person.
hype thing, but, like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, how did you not accidentally see that?
Right, like the videos of, like, 30-year-olds who've never heard Darth Vader was, like, spoiler alert,
Yeah.
his father. Like, that shit is, like, crazy to me. Like, I really enjoy the videos of, like, children, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I showed my daughter, you know, episode 5 just now.
Yeah.
And, like, here's a video of her, like, finding this shit out. Like,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
But, like, I feel like the week that movie came out, like, on the radio and on the internet was, like, all these people, like, posting these reviews being like, reviews by someone who's never seen a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, confused by everything.
Bonus shot. Come on. Oh!
That didn't look like he went straight to hell. It looked like he avoided hell entirely.
I know, what the fuck?
And now you're on fire. You're the one who's gone straight to hell.
Go for it, Leanne. Do your thing. Probably-
What's her thing? Going both ways. Good to know.
It is good to know. It's useful information, that. She's got some charge rings there. Alright.
Also, everyone has not a lot of health. Their physical condition is not great.
Not so good.
See what I did there? I faked you out.
I
With
see
my
what-
Pokemon Battle Revolution quote.
I see what you did there.
I would love to, like, play that game randomly for, like, Wildcard Wednesday or something, but the you know how, like, Pokemon Stadium had, like, a sweet rental system where you could pick, like, any Pokemon you wanted?
Right.
It is way more limited in Pokemon Battle Revolution. So without, like, actually training Pokemon, it's way harder to do
That's
anything.
lame. Alright, how did we do? Let's see. Level 20, 19, and 17. Oh, poor Vacheron.
That's pretty good,
He's, like,
though.
way behind. Poor guy.
He's not that far behind.
Alright, I think we've done it for today.
Do we real quick want to see if we could buy anything with our copper coins? Which guy do we talk to for
This
that?
guy right here with the green shit. Hey, trade your
Kiosk
shit.
clerk. Could buy an anti-heat.
We could buy some Sonic Chug.
It makes you move. It doubles your movement speed, which is useful for very little of the time.
It's just, I feel like I don't want that, because that would waste your, like...
Well, the only time you would... Well, yeah, I guess...
I feel like there's no time I would want that.
The question is, does it, like, have the secret backdoor, like, you use it and then get to, like, move normally? Which I assume it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because, like, if that's the case, like, fuck does that suck.
Yeah.
Like, you spend a whole turn to, like, move more quickly not doing a hero action, and then on the next turn you also don't do a hero action? Like, that's, like, the worst.
Not good.
Is Sonic Chug just like crack dissolved in water or something?
Yes.
I think what Sonic Chug is a blended chili dog, because Sonic the Hedgehog is known to love chili dogs.
He does love chili
Is
dogs.
Sonic in this game?
No.
He's super not in this game.
Is this,
He's like 100% not in
is
this
this
game.
partially Sega? I mean, it's Tri-Ace. Is this also Sega? I think it might be.
He's in this game somewhere.
He may be
That
somewhere.
would be
he's
amazing
in-
if there was like a little Sonic doll in this game somewhere.
I mean,
was,
there
like,
could
completely
be.
lying.
You know how much bullshit there is lying around in the backgrounds of all these scenes?
Alright. Strong Week is over. It's ended forever until next year.
Don't ever say it's over forever. That's an insane thing.
Until
Touch
next year.
Your face.
Oh, it's so clammy.
It's always clammy. yes, chronologically we're doing more, but you will have already seen it. So until next year, I hope you still love this game because we're still playing it.
Yep. Still gonna play it. Up top.
Turkey?
Turkey. Yeah.
Ugh.
Perfect cut point. Oh.
It's not very pixie-like.
Targeting system. Damn you, targeting system.
Use your knives! Knives! What's the sound of your knife? I think it's ching 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 ching.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the sound of my knife.